it is Samantha, and I am here today with a winter-themed book tag. Today I'm going to be doing the Winter is Coming book tag. This tag was created by Catherine Barca, and I was also tagged by her, which is pretty cool. Of course, I'll be linking her channel down below, and you guys should make sure to go and check her out, because I love Catherine. She has great videos, and you guys should go and subscribe. So I have my hat on, my sweater, my scarf here, so I'm all set for a winter-themed tag. So let us get started for this guy. Question number 1 is, of course, snow. It is beautiful when it first falls, but then it starts to melt. A book or book series that you loved at the beginning, and then at the middle of it, you realize you don't like it any longer. This book for me would definitely be Wildwood by Colin Malloy. I was really excited to read this book. It looked like a cool concept. These kids getting lost in this little wooded area on the suburbs of Portland, Oregon, and I thought it would be kind of a cool little thing. This magical place is discovered next to Portland. It wasn't. It was really boring. It was really, really boring. I had a hardest time getting through that book. I should never have pushed myself through finishing it. It took me forever to finish. I felt like it wasn't good, guys. I was not a fan. Pretty much by the end of it, all the characters were annoying the living heck out of me. The living heck. I just... no. Number 2 is Snowflake. Something beautiful and always different. Choose a book that stands out, that is different from all the other books you've read. For me, this book would be Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. This is not a book I would typically read. I read it as part of the Book Hunters Book of the Month in October, and I was pleasantly surprised. I really, really liked this book. I thought it was a really, really interesting coming-of-age story. It wasn't like your typical coming-of-age story. It was written in a very lyrical fashion, which I enjoyed. It didn't have too much of a plot or a story, but that didn't detract from it. I found it to be a really, really heartwarming, wonderful book, unlike anything I have ever read. Number 3 is A Snowman. It is always fun to make one with your family. Choose a book that a whole family could read. I'm going with the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan. I think we all know why. I think pretty much everybody on Booktube has read the series. If you haven't, you should go and check it out, because I was pleasantly surprised. I read it for the first time this summer, and I loved it. It's just a really, really cute story, but it's fun, and it's full of a lot of humor that I think is great for all ages. I'm an adult. I'm 26 years old, and I found this just as entertaining as obviously 10, 11, 12-year-olds do. It is a really, really great series. It's not just geared for little kids, and I think it is a great read for the whole family. Number 4, Christmas. Choose a book that is full of happiness that made you warm inside after reading it. I'm going with the most obvious answer for this question, and that is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by the wonderful J.K. Rowling. I really don't know of anybody who doesn't like this book series. It warmed my little 11-year-old heart, and it still warms my little 26-year-old heart. Warm fuzzies all around. Number 5 is Santa Claus. He brings wonderful presents. Choose a book that you'd like to get for Christmas. There are so many, as my family can attest to from the book wish list I gave all of the members of my family, but on the top of this list would probably be the new covers of the Tamora Pierce books, the new box set of the Tamora Pierce Song the Lioness Quartet, any of the Drop Cap Penguin editions of books, because they are simply gorgeous, any of the Penguin English Library Classics editions of books, because those are also simply gorgeous, because Penguin, I think, is on a campaign to single-handedly make every single book lover go broke with their beautiful editions. But really, let's be honest here, any book. I'd be happy with receiving any book. But lucky for me, my family knows that I'm a book lover. Number 6, Snow Bowling. It can be painful to be hit by a snowball. Choose a book that hurt, that made you feel some strong emotion like sadness or anger. For me, that would be The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. The character of Ursula Monckton. Hey! This book makes a really funky noise when you move it. I don't know why I find that entertaining. But anyway, for me, that would be Ursula Monckton. I absolutely hated her character. I think everybody who has read this knows why. She had to be the creepiest, most evil-ish character I've ever encountered. But she made me feel so, I guess, angry, but also really like just angsty. Like I just want to go, ah! That's how I felt while reading about her character. It was the only way I can describe it. I just, yeah, I wanted her to be dealt with, and very swiftly, because I could not take her at all. Number 7, sledding. We all loved it when we were young. Choose a book that you loved when you were a child. I'm going with the BFG, The Big Friendly Giant by Roald Dahl. This was a book that got me into the reading at the age of 9, I believe it was. I absolutely fell in love with this and all of his books because they're just perfect when you're a kid. Roald Dahl tells a really wonderful and whimsical story that just captures your heart as a child and even as an adult. And one day I will own all of his books because he was a fabulous, fabulous man. Number 8, Frostbite. Choose a book that you were really disappointed in. I'm choosing Surrounded Grass by Sarah J. Maas, but let me preface this. I really, really liked this book. I really did. I cannot wait to continue on with the series. However, it was not as good as I was anticipating, and I think it was because people were building it up so much that I could not wait to read it, and I was expecting this wonderful, glorious work of literature, but it's not quite what I ended up getting. It was a very entertaining read. It was very enjoyable. I liked the story. Obviously, I want to continue with the series and see where it goes. It just did not quite live up to what I was expecting. Number 9, Reindeer, something that is dear to us. Choose a book that is of great sentimental value to you. That is going to be my editions of The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, and The Return of the King, because I found these in the library for 25 cents each when I first fell in love with The Lord of the Rings, because I was reading my dad's copies, and I was able to buy them, and they were my 3 of the first book. No, I think they are. These were the first 3 books I bought with my own money, and they're just, it's my favorite book series. It's what got me into fantasy, as I've said a million times. I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing about. But these have a lot of sentimental value to me. Even though I want to get a new set to replace these so that I don't get any more brutalized than they already are, I will never get rid of these because they mean a lot to me and they hold a lot of personal sentimental value to me because of what they mean to me. Alright guys, that was the Winter Wonderland book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And now as to who I am going to be tagging. I'm going to be tagging Raylene and Dylan Books and Book Escapism. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy reading. Bye!